Kembali lagi di YouTube channel Learning English. Oke, jadi video kali ini aku mau bikin video sambil belajar bahasa Inggris. Oke, jadi di video. Jadi sebelumnya tuh aku pernah melakukan tes TOEFL. Ya, tes TOEFL terakhir itu tahun 2018 dengan skor 510 kalau nggak salah ya. Dari 800 kalau nggak salah. Jadi aku tuh skornya memang ya pas-pasan guys gitu. Jadi terlalu ya hampir di ambang batas, sedikit ke atas sedikit gitu ya. Nah itu kan tahun 2018. Sekarang aku mau coba lagi nih tes TOEFL atau kemampuan bahasa Inggris aku di tahun 2022. Oke, jadi di sini aku dapat link untuk latihan untuk tes TOEFL gratis ya guys. Jadi ini ada passwordnya ya, ini untuk 4 September sih ya. Ini aku coba aja ya, apa masih bisa login atau enggak. Oke, masih bisa berhasil masuk. Oke, di sini durasi pengerjaannya tuh selama 130 menit ya, alias 2 jam lebih 10 menit. Dan di sini kalian bisa tulis alamat email kalian untuk pengiriman sertifikat. Bismillah. Ini dikopi aja ya. Oke, langsung next. Mulai mengerjakan soal. Oke, langsung aja ya, kita langsung kerjain soalnya ya. Ini selama durasi 130 menit, dimulai dari sekarang. Listening comprehension. In a part you will hear short conversation between two speakers.
With the first conversation. Number 1.
Thanks a lot. This scarf will be perfect with my blue jacket.
Made a good choice, did I?
Oke, di part A ini tuh kamu akan mendengar percakapan pendek ya antara dua orang, dua pembicara. Mereka akan saling conversation. Terus third voice will ask question about what was said. Jadi third voice will ask question about what they said. The question will be spoken just one time. After you hear conversation and the question about it, I read the 4 possible answer and decided which one will be the best answer to the question you have heard. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the problem and mark your answer. Oke, sekarang kita coba ya guys. 1, 2, 3.
Now we will begin part A with the first conversation. Number 1.
Thanks a lot. This scarf will be perfect with my blue jacket.
Made a good choice, did I? What does the man mean?
Ulang ya.
Now we will begin part A with the first conversation. Number 1.
Thanks a lot. This scarf will be perfect with my blue jacket.
Made a good choice, did I? What does the man mean? 2.
My cousin Bob is getting married in California, and I can't decide whether to go.
It's a long trip, but I think you'll have a good time.
What does the man imply?
Next.
Number 3.
Excuse me, could you bring me a glass of water, please?
Sorry, but I'm not a waiter.
What does the man mean? Number 4.
Got the time?
It's a little after 10.
What does the woman mean?
Wow. Oke, lanjut aja ya. Ini aku benar-benar jawabannya agak
Number
ya,
5.
konsentrasi aku.
You did an
kayaknya.
excellent job on that
Jadi
presentation.
sini.
Thanks. I put a lot of time into it.
What does the woman mean?
Oke, next untuk soal yang ke-6. Kita pencet aja langsung.
Number 6.
Are you ready to go jogging?
Almost. I have to warm up first.
What does the woman mean?
Lanjut nomor 7.
Number 7.
I've been calling David for the past half hour, but I keep getting a busy signal.
Well, if you don't get him soon, we'll just
Well.
have to go to the movies without him.
Why are the women trying to call David?
To cancel an appointment. B. Maybe. Oke, lanjut untuk soal ke-8.
Number 8.
If I don't find my wallet pretty soon, I'm going to have to report it stolen.
Hold on. Before you call the campus security office, have you checked your car, all your jacket pockets, everywhere?
What does the woman suggest the man do?
Put his wallet in his jacket pocket. Maybe. Okay, next number 9.
Number 9.
I notice you don't buy your lunch in the cafeteria anymore.
When prices went up, I decided to bring my own.
Why doesn't the woman buy food in the cafeteria?
Number 10.
Number 10.
You know, my car hasn't been the same since I bumped into that telephone pole.
You'd better have that looked into before you drive to Florida.
What does the woman mean?
Oke, jadi ini untuk soal yang ke-10 ya guys. Pokoknya ini soalnya sampai part A itu wow, sampai 30 soal ya. Oke. Part C nanti dia hampir-hampir sama ya. Oke, jadi ini kalau kita runut sampai ke bawah itu sampai soalnya itu 50 soal guys. Oke, kita lanjut aja ya soal ke nomor 11 karena ini waktu tetap terus berjalan. Oke, lanjut nomor 11.
Number 11.
Hello?
Numbers.
I'd like 2 seats for this evening's show.
Sorry, but the performance is already sold out. Would you be interested in something later this week?
What does the woman imply? Number 12.
That leaky faucet is starting to get to me.
What should we do about it?
What does the woman want to know? Number 13.
Could you please tell me where to find running shoes?
Yes, they'd be on the second floor in sporting goods.
Where is this conversation probably taking place?
Lanjut nomor 14.
Number 14.
Mary, did you drop off the roll of film for developing?
No, I got Susan to do it.
What happened to the roll of film? Number 15.
The floor is awfully wet. What happened?
No sooner had I gotten into the shower than the phone rang.
What does the man imply?
Oke, ini untuk soal 15 ya. Sekarang lanjut ke soal 16. 16.
Number 16.
Aren't you leaving tomorrow for vacation? All packed and ready to go?
Not quite. I still have to stop by the drugstore and get my allergy prescription refilled.
What does the man imply?
Okay, 17. Number 17. Number 17. The answer is B.
Number
for
17.
16, and next for
It's so
17.
mild today. Want to go for a bike ride after your last class?
What's the latest we could start? My last class is a chem lab, and it often runs late.
What does the woman mean?
Coba a bike after class maybe. Aku benar-benar excited banget ini sama hasil skor akhirnya. Aku dapat skor berapa guys untuk tes TOEFL hari ini?
Number 18.
I knew Laurie played the piano, but I didn't know she played the guitar.
Neither did I. It seems she just picked it up on her own over the summer.
What does the woman mean?
The answer is D. Laurie has a summer job playing guitar.
Number 19.
Oh, number 19.
I heard that Parker Electronics is going to be holding interviews on campus next week.
Yeah? What day? I'd like to talk to them and drop off my resume.
What does the woman want to do?
Apply for a job with the electronic company. The answer is D. Okay, next question, please.
Number 20.
20.
You know, some TV channels have been rerunning a lot of comedies from the 60s. What do you think of those old shows?
Not much, but then the new ones aren't so great either.
What does the man mean?
Oke, ini soalnya ke-20 ya, udah selesai. Nah guys, jadi aku mau lanjut dulu ya untuk pengerjaan soalnya ini sampai ke pokoknya part A ini aku akan selesaikan dulu ya guys. Jadi nanti aku akan balik lagi di part-part selanjutnya, oke? Biar aku lebih konsentrasi lagi ya. Kalau ada kamera rasanya aku harus tetap bisa komunikasi dengan audiens dan mengerjakan soal. Dan sekarang aku mau kerjakan soal dulu untuk yang part A. Oke, check this out. I'll be right back. Oke, aku udah selesai ujian untuk part A-nya. Sekarang aku mau lanjut ke part B. Oke, di sini directionnya itu in part B You will hear longer conversation. After each conversation, you will be asked some question. The conversation and question will be spoken just one time. They will not be written out for you, so you will have to listen carefully in order to understand and remember what each speaker says. When you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your textbook and decide which one will be the best answer to the question you have heard. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the problem and fill in the space that correspond to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Oke, sekarang kita coba langsung ya untuk part B-nya.
Now we will begin part B with the first conversation. Questions 31 through 34. Listen to a conversation between 2 students.
Hey, Karen, looks like you got some sun this weekend.
Yeah, I guess so. I spent the weekend at the beach.
Oh yeah? That's great. Where'd you stay?
Some friends of my parents live out there, and they invited me for as long as I wanted to stay.
So, what are you doing back here already?
Oh, I have a paper I need to work on, and I just couldn't do any serious studying at the beach.
I don't blame you. So, what did you do out there? I mean, besides lie out in the sun, obviously.
I jogged up and down the beach, and I played some volleyball. You know, I never realized how hard it is to run on sand. I couldn't even get through a whole game before I had to sit down. It's much easier to run in the wet sand near the water.
Not to mention cooler. Did you go swimming?
I wanted to, but they said the water isn't warm enough for that until a couple of months from now, so I just waded in up to my knees.
It all sounds so relaxing. I wish I could get away to the beach like that.
It looks like you could use it. Don't tell me you spent the weekend in the library again.
Number 31. How did the woman spend last weekend?
Oh my god, panjang banget ya ini conversationnya ya, jadi di part gitu, jadi dia bukan hanya ya apa namanya conversation itu cuman
Number
selesai
32.
gitu. Ini dia
Why did the woman come home so soon?
konsentrasi untuk mendengarkan, guys. Jadi ini untuk jawaban-jawaban sampai
Number 33.
34.
Why did the woman have to stop playing in the volleyball game? Number 34.
34.
Why didn't the woman go swimming?
Oke, next untuk 35. 35 masih sama ya guys, jadi dia conversationnya cukup panjang tuh, ini lihat durasinya sampai kayak 3 menit kayak gini. Langsung aja ya kita dengerin.
Questions 35 through 38.
Tuh,
Listen to a conversation between a graduate student and her biology professor.
Thanks for stopping by, Anne. I'd like to talk to you about a research project I thought you might be interested in. A friend of mine is working at Yellowstone National Park this summer.
Yellowstone? I've always wanted to spend some time out in Wyoming.
Wait till you hear what the project is. She's working with the buffalo population. The herds have been increasing in size lately, which is good in theory.
Yeah, but I thought they were in danger of becoming extinct.
Well, apparently, because of all the winter tourists, paths are created in the snow. More buffalo are surviving the harsh winters because the paths make it easier for the buffalo to move around and find food. But it turns out that some of the herds are infected with a bacteria.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Brucella abortus.
Right, it's been around for quite a while.
Yes, it has. And because the buffalo population is increasing, they've been roaming more than usual. And the disease has begun to spread to the cattle ranches that border the park.
That's bad news. Isn't that the disease that causes animals to abort their young?
Yes, and it's caused a lot of controversy. Some of the ranchers even want to destroy the buffalo herds.
That's awful. Have they made much progress with the research?
So far, they've been collecting tissue samples from dead buffalo to see if the bacteria is present.
I'd really be interested in working on this. You know I've been researching diseased animal populations.
That's why I thought of you. I took the liberty of mentioning your name to my friend. She's hoping you'll be able to spend the whole summer out there.
Well, I was going to work on my thesis a lot in July, but I'm sure my advisor wouldn't want me to pass up this opportunity.
Number 35. What did the professor want to talk to Anne about?
Okay, my answer is a vacation trip to Yellowstone Park. 36.
Number 36. According to the professor, why is the buffalo population increasing?
The answer is favored buffalo are being killed by hunters.
Number 37. Why does the professor think Anne would be interested in going to Yellowstone?
Her TEST advisor is healing the project. 38.
Number 38. How will Anne probably spend the summer?
Analyzing buffalo behavior. Okay, next for part C. Di sini directionnya in part C, you will hear several talks. After each talk, you will be asked some question. The talk and question will be spoken just one time. They will not be written out for you, so you will have to listen carefully in order to understand and remember what the speaker says. When you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your textbook and decide which one will be the best answer to the question you have heard. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the problem and fill in the space that correspond to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Oke, jadi untuk di part C ini tuh jadi benar-benar kita itu dibutuhkan konsentrasi, dibutuhkan pendengaran yang baik juga, terus daya ingat juga, karena di si part C ini tuh conversation dia tuh cukup panjang, dan itu untuk menjawab 3 pertanyaan sekaligus. Nah, jadi kita harus benar-benar ingat tuh apa makna dari percakapan kedua orang tersebut di part C gitu. Oke, langsung aja ya kita coba di soal yang ke-39. Kita dengerin dulu,
Now
guys.
we will begin part C with the first talk. Questions 39 through 41. Listen to a talk given by a tour guide.
Ya, jadi ini untuk
Welcome to Everglades National Park. The Everglades is a watery plain covered with sawgrass that's home to numerous species of plants and wildlife. At 1.5 million acres, it's too big to see it all today. But this tour will offer you a good sampling. Our tour bus will stop first at Taylor Slough. This is a good place to start because it's home to many of the plants and animals typically associated with the Everglades. You'll see many exotic birds and, of course, our world-famous alligators. Don't worry, there's a boardwalk that goes across the marsh, so you can look down at the animals in the water from a safe distance. The boardwalk is high enough to give you a great view of the sawgrass prairie. From there, we'll head to some other marshy and even jungle-like areas that feature wonderful tropical plant life. For those of you who'd like a closer view of the sawgrass prairie, you might consider renting a canoe sometime during your visit here. However, don't do this unless you have a very good sense of direction and can negotiate your way through tall grass. We'd hate to have to come looking for you. You have the good fortune of being here in the winter, the best time of year to visit. During the spring and summer, the mosquitoes will just about eat you alive. Right now, they're not so bothersome, but you'll still want to use an insect repellent.
Number 39. What is the main purpose of the tour?
The answer is to each visitor how best to photograph wildlife.
Number 40. What does the speaker imply about paddling across the water in a canoe?
The answer is people shouldn't do it in the winter. 41st, 41.
Number 41. Why is it good to visit the Everglades in the winter?
The animals are more active. That's my answer. Okay, for part C is done. Dan ini ada, oh ini dia masih ya part C, sorry, cuman ini kayak masih conversation yang berbeda. Oke, sekarang aku mau lanjutin dulu ya untuk soal yang ke 42 sampai 50. I will be right back guys for the next question. Oke, karena ini soalnya udah selesai ya sampai 50. Sekarang aku mau next ke soal selanjutnya. Yakin akan pindah ke sesi selanjutnya. Jika tidak yakin kembali ke sini. Oke, yes. Oke, ini section yang kedua ya. Pilih ukuran tulisan. Oke, di sini kita bisa pilih ya. Nah, di sini kan kayaknya lebih enak ya guys. Tulisannya yang jadi kayak lebih gede. Oke. Section yang kedua ini kita lihat dulu ya. 40 soal. Oke, sini kita baca dulu ya untuk section yang kedua, structure and writing exploration. Time 30 menit, 40 question. Direction question number 1 until 50 are incomplete sentences. Beneath each sentences, you will see 4 words or phrases. Mark A, B, C, and D. Choose the one word of phrase that best completes the sentence. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that correspond to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Fill in the space so that the letter inside the oval cannot be seen. Okay. For number 1, after quart calcite is in the crust of the earth. Regards as the word of famous linguistic theorist Noam Chomsky continues to create new theory about language and language learning. Number 3, any area receive more water than the ground can absorb the excess water flows to the flowers level carrying this mineral. My answer is whenever any area, maybe. Number 4, in 135, seismologist Charles F. Richter devised for rating the strength of earthquake. The scale is a numerical scale for rating. For the numerical scale for rating the strength of earthquake. I hope it's right. Okay, number 5. After the Second World War, the woman waged who became a standard part of middle class life in the United States. Okay, next, celluloid and plastic have largely replaced genuine ivory in the manufacture. As of such thing as. Ini agak-agak beda-beda tipis ya guys. Nothing of such thing as. of such a thing as button, billiard balls, and piano keys. Okay, next 7. One of the tenets of new criticism is that a critic need not tell readers which thinking about story, what to think, that's thing about story, to think what about story. Karena untuk sama depan, the outer ear, the freshly piano, and the auditory, which it include the chair may be the oldest type of furniture, but when. Number 10, when wood, natural gas, oil, or any other fuel burns, combining substance in the fuel. Deserts are arid lands, areas where more water is lost. When ghost chicks are young, but of parents. Not only whales among whales, which are the most ancient form of vertebrate life, they are evolved. Terus nomor 15 ya, 350, 150 species of shark, and although they are all carnivore, only a few species will attack people. About the in question 60 until 40, each sentence has 4 underlined words of phrases. The 4 underlined part of the sentences are marked A, B, C, and D. Identify the one underlined words or phrases that must be changed in order for the sentences to be correct. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Oke, langsung aja ya kita untuk soal nomor 16 ya. The dandelion strike smoothly plant smoothly stem that contain white of the much factor that contribute to the growth. One of the most of the much, I think itu yang salah, yang harus dikoreksi. Okay, the Canadian province of Alberta is believed to have some of the richest oil deposit in the world. This I think richest oil deposit. Elizabeth Bishop homes are frequently long and carefully construction, use elaborate rim or half ring. I think it's long. California has more land under irrigation than any another state. California, more land under irrigation. Under irigasi. Under maybe. Thomas Moran's magnificent, colorful painting on the Wyoming landscape captured the spirit of the Western. Oke guys, aku mau kerjakan dulu soal ini ya sampai 40 and I will be right back again. Oke guys, jadi ini aku udah selesai ya sampai ke soal 40. Next, sekarang aku mau ke soal selanjutnya. Yes. Dan ini waktunya tinggal 82 menit lagi. Ini section yang ketiga. Section yang ketiga ini, wow. 50 soal guys, selama 1 jam ya, 50 pertanyaan. Direction: in this section you will read a number of passage, each one is followed by approximately 10 questions about it. For 1 until 50, choose the one best answer A, B, C, and D to each question, then find the number of the question on your answer sheet and fill in the space that correspond to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Answer all of the questions following a passage on the basis of what is said in that passage. Okay, next. Wow, jadi ini tuh fokus dibaca ya guys. Kita langsung bacain aja. Ini untuk pertanyaan dari nomor 1 sampai nomor 9. Oke, ini kalian dengerin aku pronunciation-nya aja ya. Menurut kalian gimana ya? Mungkin yang nonton kalian bisa kasih komen cara pronunciation aku, dikasih nilai berapa. Oke, sekarang aku mau baca dulu ya guys. Around the year 1500, hunting people occupied the entire northern third of North America. They live well from the animals with whom they share this land. Hunters of sea mammals had colonized the Arctic coast of Canada and Greenland between 4,000 and 5,000 years before. Land hunting people had lived throughout much of the northern interior for at least 12 years. 12,000 years. Northern North America is part of larger circumpolar ecological domain that continues across the narrow Bering Strait into Siberia and northern Europe. The overall circumpolar environment in the 1050s was not very different from the environment of the present. This vast landmass had a continental climate and was dominated by cold Arctic air throughout a long winter and spring season. Summer temperature ranged from near freezing to the mid-20s Celsius, while winter temperatures were often as low as 40 degrees below 0 Celsius. Geography divided the overall circumpolar domain into 2 zones: the Arctic and below its subarctic. They refer to the landforms of the areas and tundra and taiga, respectively. Temperature in the northern lands were below freezing for 8 or 9 months of the year. Subsurface soil in the Arctic tundra remain permanently frozen, even when summer temperatures were above freezing and the top inches of the earth became full saturated with water. The soil below remained frozen into permafrost and hard as rock. When water flowed upon the surface of permanently frozen tundra, it made overland travel extremely difficult. Summer travel in the boggy lands or musky country of the subtropic taiga was also slow, and 5 outdoors tracking animals was more difficult than it was during the winter, when the swampy ground was frozen solid and covered with snow. In both tundra and taiga, hoddas and mosquitoes and beetle flies breed in standing pool of water. Clothing loss is the thermal efficiency when it becomes damp. Northern people look forward to the turn of the season to bring the easier traveling condition associated with cold weather. In the Arctic, they could haul food and supply by dog sled, while in the subarctic, people could travel quickly and efficiently by snowshoes and toboggan. Okay, the word domain is the next closest meaning to, which for how many months of the year temperature become freezing in the Canberra region. The word saturated in the text clause is meaning to. The word in the text clause is meaning to. The word standing. All of the following. Oke guys, ini karena soalnya tuh lihat ya panjang. Sekarang aku mau kerjain dulu ya guys, sampai soal ke-50 ya ini. Oke. I'll be right back guys. Oke, dilanjutannya ya guys untuk pronunciation-nya ya. Social parasitism involve one species relying on another to eleven race is young. Among first celebrate the best known social parasite are such birds as 12 cuckoos and cowbirds. The females and eggs in a nest belonging to another species and live. If for the host to rear, the duotic species of ant, however, are the supreme social parasite. Consider, for example, the usual behavior of ants belonging to the genus Polyergus. A species of this ant have long ability to care for themselves. The workers don't forage for food, feed their brood bird or queen, or even in their own nest. To compensate for this deficit, Polyergus has become specialist at obtaining workers from the rarest genus Formica to do this chorus. Panjang banget guys ini soalnya. Oh my god, apa kita langsung ke soalnya aja ya? Oke, ini kita langsung ke soalnya aja ya. Which of the following statement best represent the main idea of the passage? The word race in the text in clause in meaning to. The author mention. Ini aku ngerjain soal bener-bener kayak sotoy banget. The word it in the next refer to. What does author mean? Stating the duotic species of live or die from social parasite. In the next, Which of the following is stuck? The word excavate, the word recruit. What happens when mixed colony of polyergus and formica and become too large? According to information, okay, I have done. So next question, ini kita langsung aja ya guys ke soal 21 sampai 20 sampai 20 berapa nih tadi, 29. Wow, masih banyak ya. What happened at winter between? What does the author mean by stating the impression of life in a house in a parent to the visitor the next winter tour is very old the world assembly and the next semana the word developing according. What is the relationship between the two paragraphs? Is the passage. The second paragraph explain term that was mentioned in the first paragraph. That's my question. Where is the passage that its author explain why display and winter tour have changed? Oke, ini untuk pertanyaan 30 sampai 39 ya guys. Langsung aja ya, di sini kita isi. Comparison popular comic strip. Why does the author mention Joseph Pulitzer and William Randolph Hearst, the established New York first newspaper? The passage suggests that comic strips were popular for which the following reason: to say that Richard Outcault had been lured away from the world by Hearst in the text means which of the following? The word "it" in the text referred to yellow kids. According to the passage, the Yellow Kids was the first comic strip to do all of the following except. The word "incorporate" in the text is callous, its meaning to affect. The word "prototype" in the text is closest, its meaning to story. The word "stable" in the text is closest, its meaning to. In what order does author discuss various comic strips? In alphabetical order by title. Oke, di sini untuk soal selanjutnya ya, ke 40 sampai ke 50. The word "ocean" in the text closest its meaning to sea. What is the main point of the first paragraph? The way created by ocean current are very large. Okay, 42. The word "felt" in the text closest meaning to droplet. The word "is reality" in the text are closest its meaning to surprisingly. It can be inferred from the passage that most important factors determine how much gravitational effect one object in space has on the tidus is. The word correspondingly is the text closest its meaning to. Unusually, what is the cause? Spreading tidus, seasonal change in the weather. The word "moon" is meaning to sunlight. The word "configuration" in the text is closest meaning to tidus occur when wave created by the wind combined with the moon gravitational attraction. According to the passage, all of the following statements about tide are true except the time of high letter each day. Okay, I have done, guys. I have done. Oke, ini jadi cepet banget ya aku. Kita langsung simpan aja. Yakin telah menyelesaikan tes Anda? Ya. Oke, di sini tes TOEFL tes susulan 4 September. Selamat, Anda telah menyelesaikan TOEFL tes susulan 4 September. Berikut data diri Anda. Mohon bersabar untuk mendapatkan info skor TOEFL-nya ya, Kak. Oh, aku pikir langsung, guys. Ternyata harus ditunggu. Oke, nggak apa-apa. Nanti kita tunggu karena di situ kita udah cantumkan nama, terus tanggal lahir, terus alamat juga untuk dikirim sertifikatnya. Dan di sini juga tercantum nomor WhatsApp ya, nomor telepon. Mungkin nanti dari pihak sana akan menghubungi kita ya by WhatsApp, maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Thank you.
Oke guys, jadi itu ya. Terima kasih teman-teman yang udah ngikutin aku tadi tes TOEFL kurang lebih kayak 2 jam ya, 2 jam lebih 10 menit. Tapi tadi aku ada sisa waktu lumayan banyak ya, hampir sejam lebih. Hebat banget ya aku, tapi aku bener-bener gak tahu gimana hasil akhir dari tes TOEFL aku ya. Semoga aja skornya ada peningkatan ya, dari 500 jadi mungkin skornya jadi berapa ya, 600-700 lah ya. Aku harap sebegitu karena memang dari dulu aku sejak SMA itu aku memang kayak sengaja, karena bahasa Inggris tuh harus apa ya guys, harus sering dilatih. Kita harus berani conversation gitu, mau bener kayak mau salah, penting kayak yang penting pede aja dulu gitu kan. Sebelum jadi bener kan kita ya harus salah dulu gitu. Kalau misalnya itu tidak diaplikasikan bahasa Inggris kita ya tentunya pasti akan kayak lupa lagi gitu. Jadi bisa itu karena terbiasa dan ya karena terbiasa. Jadi aku tuh dari SMA mencoba untuk ya udahlah, karena aku nggak begitu pandai soal grammar, jadi aku lebih pengen apa ya udah langsung kayak conversation aja gitu. Jadi aku di sana memang sengaja aku cari aplikasi-aplikasi untuk memperlancar bahasa Inggris aku, kayak misalkan speaking atau mungkin aplikasi lainnya ya, kayak aplikasi pertukaran bahasa. Itu juga bisa, kalian bisa cari bahasa yang mau kalian pelajari di situ. Cuman kebanyakan memang kayak belajar bahasa Inggris gitu ya guys. Oke, pokoknya jangan pernah berhenti untuk tetap terus belajar ya guys, karena zaman sekarang itu ya don't stop learning. Pokoknya kita harus terus upgrade kemampuan kita, apalagi zaman sekarang ya persaingan sumber daya manusia itu semakin ketat gitu. Seharusnya usia kita semakin nambah itu ya, skill kita itu atau wawasan kita itu semakin bertambah juga. Jadi kita meskipun ya umurnya sudah tidak muda lagi, tapi kita punya pengalaman, value dan ya pengalaman dan wawasan gitu. Karena kalau punya wawasan dan pengalaman yang banyak, mau kita bicarakan dalam tentang hal apapun, rasanya tuh enak, cepet bondingnya gitu, cepet bondingnya gitu. Beda kalau misalnya orang yang kayak lebih banyak nggak tahu apa-apa, kalau ngobrol tuh kayaknya lebih dominan itu pasti salah satu di antaranya. Nggak bisa dari keduanya itu kayak take and give, nggak ada tuh saling bertukar kayak pendapat atau mungkin kayak mau kritis ya, gimana mau kritis gitu, ngerti aja enggak kan. Oke, jadi pokoknya aku dari SMA ya, aku sering conversation langsung kayak misalkan orang-orang American gitu, orang Inggris, Jerman, terus Prancis. Cuman kalau untuk Jerman, Prancis tuh rata-rata mereka pakai bahasanya mereka sendiri ya, pakai bahasa Jerman, pakai bahasa Prancis. Jadi kalau misalkan untuk memperlancar bahasa Inggris ya untuk Asia ya Singapore I think, terus apalagi ya Hong Kong, aku nggak tahu sih, aku nggak pernah apa namanya traveling ke Hong Kong juga, maksudnya secara online, traveling secara online ke Hong Kong juga. Paling ya itu Singapura ya. Ini untuk Asia ya. Untuk negara tetangga kita lah nggak usah jauh-jauh ya, Malaysia juga itu bahasa Inggrisnya lumayan. India juga itu bagus bahasa Inggrisnya. Kalau di Asia mana lagi ya? Setahu aku sih itu aja. Kalau di Eropa ya pastinya United Kingdom. Terus kalau Jerman itu kayaknya rata-rata mereka bahasa Jerman sih. Gitu. Nggak terlalu inilah, tapi ada juga gitu yang pandai bahasa Inggris, cuman nggak terlalu gimana gitu. Kebanyakan mereka bahasa Jerman sih. Terus ya kalau mau ya kalian ke Amerika atau ke United Kingdom. Dan untuk bahasa Inggrisnya itu aku lebih suka bahasa Inggris US nih. US itu lebih mudah untuk dipahami ya maknanya. Kalau misalnya Inggris British tuh mulai dari apa namanya grammar, pronunciation itu benar-benar kayak lebih sulit gitu guys, menurut aku ya. Yang bahasa Inggrisnya aku paling bagus, yang bahasa Inggris yang pas-pasan menurut aku English British itu lebih sulit dibanding English US. Oke, jadi intinya biar kalian tuh bisa pandai berbahasa Inggris ya harus terus berlatih guys, harus berani conversation, dikomunikasikan, dipraktekkan setiap hari gitu ya, at least di lingkungan kecil dulu, misalkan mungkin di rumah ya, atau mungkin dengan teman-teman kalian yang ada di kantor atau lingkungan kemanapun kalian berada ya, kita bisa berlatih kayak bahasa Inggris. Atau mungkin kalian punya target menghafal, bukan menghafalnya ya, menghafal lah, bisa jadi kosakata bahasa Inggris misalkan setiap hari ditarget 50 kata. jadi kita tahu arti bahasa Inggris dengan kosakata yang lebih luas lagi gitu, enggak yang you, I, yes, no gitu. Jadi ya kalau bisa ya perbanyak pengetahuan soal kosakata bahasa Inggris. Oke, makasih guys, 1 jam ya ini kita udah nggak kerasa sampai di penghujung waktu. Jangan lupa untuk terus support YouTube channel Learning English ya, di channel ini di tempat kalian belajar sambil bermain lah ya. Oke, meskipun aku ya masih pas-pasan ya baca Inggris aku, tapi di sini aku mau ya belajar bareng dengan teman-teman yang ada di sini semua. Semoga video ini bermanfaat, semoga Indonesia kedepannya semakin cerdas dan semakin terdepan. Oke, sekian guys video aku hari ini. Terima kasih yang sudah mensupport ya, dengan like, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next time. Oke, jadi nanti di video-video selanjutnya aku mau rekomendasikan beberapa aplikasi atau tools di Play Store yang bisa kalian pelajari untuk memperlancar bahasa Inggris kalian, baik itu secara grammar, pronunciation, reading, dan listening. Oke, thank you so much. Bye bye.